Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey and what you're meant to hear today. And do I have a special surprise for you today? We are going to be using Oracle of Light and Dreams. The artwork blew the socks off me, and I will do a flip through for you guys at the end. But wow, I mean, just talk about it evokes this sense of like, I don't know, like magic and mystery and earth and animals and all these beautiful combinations, not to mention like just the beautiful, sentiments down at the bottom. So let's start with Dragon Keeper. I really like this. This is about protecting, enabling, nourishing, and supporting. And in the book, it mentions about the people that we become are a product of nature, our genetic makeup, as well as the nurturing influences from our environment and how we are raised. So when we choose to nurture a relationship, whether it's with a child, a parent, a friend, coworker, or a loved one, we foster basic needs, food, safety, warmth, intimacy, pleasure, and all of this. And when we give this our attention, we are providing this fundamental foundations for growth. And this is also a reminder that, how is the energy? Or have you checked in with the energy between maybe you and your son and your daughter, a brother and sister, a coworker, somebody? Are we providing them, warmth? And something that I read yesterday has changed kind of like how I behave in what could normally be pressurized circumstances, like traffic. Today, I legit got lost. I ended up between 3 buses where normally I would have made Gordon Ramsay look calm in those scenarios, because A, I hate getting lost, and B, when I get behind buses, it triggers something in me. Like, there's just something about where I used to pick my son up from high school, and I'm not kidding, it would be like an hour ride home because I'd always be behind the buses because I'd be picking him up. So it triggers something in me, and then I remembered this, and it said, make every moment of whatever you're doing a present moment meditation. So if you're in traffic or you're doing something where you don't feel particularly like it's a good time, all you have to do is make it a meditation and think about happy things. Think about things that are like uplifting you and you're looking forward to, all of that. So all of a sudden I was like, oh, what park do I want to go to and walk? And what will it be like there today? And what dogs will be there? And, when I pick Hagen up from school today, because he's in his first year over at UConn, what kind of like fun conversations, can I bring up and make him feel. Also, it's interesting because sometimes our children, I love when they mention that they don't want to inconvenience us. And I remember him mentioning there was a big break in between his classes today and how he could walk home or he could go to a park or find something to do in the interim. But it was literally like a 4-hour gap. And I thought that was so sweet of him, But I'm like, no, you know what? We live close by, and I always make good use of the time going in parks and doing things like that. That kind of thing. Like, let's put other people at ease and never make them feel like they're a burden on our resources. That's important. Which brings us to Enchanted, which I love. And it says, let go of what you cannot change and embrace what you can. So this is about change, choice, freedom, all of this, and our perception of attachment. And in the book, it was saying how there are times in our lives when we need to let go of the past and unhealthy attachments. These attachments might be the loss of somebody or something, hurt and injustice, or hopes and dreams. I know for a fact how easy it is to hang on and kind of get those grudges or resentments if people, are just dismissive or obnoxious to us. It's hard to just kind of like let that go. I've learned through training over the years that, it has nothing to do with me personally. It is their projection of themselves, how they feel, especially if somebody's just, critical, they're probably hypercritical of themselves. So it's just how they operate. And I just let that go, and I feel the enchanted air around myself when I'm able to do that, right? Because when we grasp for what's no longer and we live memories over and over in our minds, we stagnate and we're unable to pursue opportunities for change because we're stuck in that area of the past. By letting go, we create space to move forward in our lives and experience new and better and different things that can help us flourish and grow. For instance, just think about physical things. They accumulate, right? Just say you want a new, it could be anything, a new desk to work at, but you have accumulated lots of tchotchkes and excess, so there's no room for this desk. Once you start cleaning and clearing stuff out, then you create space for that, a healthy void. So this could be too, if you are maybe in friendship circles where people, you're recognizing, this isn't an unconditional loving situation. Things can be transactional. Like, really take a good look at those, because sometimes when we're using up our major, most precious resource, which is time, on people that don't appreciate us, we're not leaving time and an opportunity for people that will. So I really liked that, because some people believe in holding on and hanging in there are signs of great strength. However, there's times when it takes much more strength to know when to let go and then to just do it, right? And I'm not talking in terms of like just ghosting people and acting like they don't exist. Have that conversation. Like, listen, I don't feel like healthy boundaries were established within this relationship and things seem rather one-sided. Whatever it is, we have that healthy conversation. Also, I like this has to do with work. Are you enchanted and in love with what you do and where you are? I mean, you probably spend your majority of the day doing that. So have a good look at that and be like, I want to be enchanted by my work. I want to really feel my days. I feel really excited about some of the changes I'm making and the new places and the new eyes I'm seeing them through, because I love to change and let things go and bring in new opportunities and try different things too. Like, I knew this summer in July and August I was going to take it rather easy on filming and obligations. I really wanted to have a restful, artful summer. And then I was like, and then in September I'll proceed with my longer reads and my romantic reads as well as my dailies and stuff. But I wanted to let things just kind of go and let a lot more oxygen and air and restfulness come in. So I'm loving that. And when we do that, it feels healthy, because then we say no to things we really don't want to do, right? We don't want to like say yes to something that we know is all of a sudden going to be some drama or some epic BS, right? And I used to have this thing too, where I would say yes to anybody called out of work. I would go in for them because I didn't want, the team to suffer. And I thought, nobody else is really doing this. And nobody really appreciates it, only insofar as how it doesn't inconvenience them. So that kind of energy. Now that brings us to the silver birch. And birch trees are my absolute favorite, those and weeping willows. And I love this artwork. It's so fabulous. So it says, tap into your intuition, attention, instinct, understanding, and subconscious. In the book, it's so beautiful. It says, elegant and as ghostly as her surroundings, the elfin or owl familiar pause in a white forest dappled silver birches. Their knowledge and understanding of this place is second nature to them. Often without thought and heightened senses and unconscious awareness, it helps guide them to their desired objective. So it says part of our brains work at a subconscious level by recognizing patterns and making associations. If we pay attention to these signals, our intuition can be very important in guiding us to some of the choices we make and how we live our lives. I really do rely heavily upon my intuition, because I'll just start to follow it, and it always brings me to the right path. It brings me into a place where I'm excited and I'm curious. I don't overthink it. I feel like when we get too in our heads, we just ruminate and loop and second guess, and it's like just time to let that go. Just even the word silver birch. Silver is my favorite color, and birch trees are my favorite trees. So when I saw this card, I literally almost just popped out of my pajamas. I was so excited. So this is saying good instincts usually tell you what to do long before your head has it figured out, which this is very, very true, right? So you guys, what I'm going to do for you right now is do a quick flip through so you can see some of this. Look at this, Road Warriors. Oh, with a koala bear, no less. Red Riding Hood. This was one of my favorites too. I posted this over on IG. I just love it. I love the artwork. I find it soft and beautiful. It's reminiscent of the Line Strider deck to me in a way. They use a lot of white and cream with just a bit of like rust and blue. Love this. Look at the Dragon's Lair. Yeah, I love the peacefulness. It's very springy and very light. Bluebird, poppy. I love that. Pumpkin patch. This is one of my favorites. Thistle. Yeah, in the book too, it has wonderful like little stories like in the silver birch, and then a fantastic, just little bit of wisdom at the end of it. Moonflight, this is one of my favorites. Shield Maiden. I am completely obsessed with Vikings. I've watched the whole series like 10 times. I just love it. Toyland, Fields of Gold, Two Hearts, Peony, Joan of Arc. Just love the artwork. It's so soft. The Hush Blues and Grays, Sea Glass, Imaginarium, Kitsune, so cute. Nightingale, Forget Me Nots. And I got this over on Amazon. It was funny. One of these popped up. Love this. One of these images popped up over on Pinterest, and I was like, okay, what is this deck and whereabouts is it? And then I found out it was over on Amazon, and it's called Oracle of Light and Dreams, and I'll show the book at the end. This is also one of my favorites right there. Just the colors. Oh, the Fennec Fox, beautiful. Unicorn, Snail Rider. And I'm trying to, I'll look on the back too and see how many cards. It's a good beefy little deck. I mean, you get a lot of great stuff. Love this Winter Solstice. This is one of my favorites. Selkie. Just love it. Little Wings. Shadow. That's the box. That's the one they have in the box. Just make sure there isn't a glare there. Crescent Moon. Daydreaming. Just move that down just a Woodland. Now this is crazy because that used to be my address. I lived on Woodland Drive, so when I saw that I was like, Woodland. Ooh, the Unseelie Throne, that's quite beautiful. Moonstruck, just really bright and gorgeous. Descendants, Kingfisher, and at the end Kingfisher 2. So again, you guys, this is a gorgeous Oracle of Light and Dreams. I just love it. Oracle decks when the artwork is so captivating, and then it also has the added bonus of beautiful insights within the book that just make it a winning team. Now see, on like each thing, you'll have that, and then this, and then a wonderful little saying at the bottom. So lovely. So you guys, that is what you're meant to hear today. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Have a great day.